Thank you, Abba, for having me on the live today. I know you woke me up at 1 a.m. in the morning. There's a lot of things that are about to happen. Sayero Kosa. And I want to thank you for allowing me, Abba, to at least talk to your people. I'm going to have this live up for a little bit to at least be able to encounter and interact with your people. I want to thank you, Abba, for giving me breath today, giving me life today. You gave me breath and you gave me life, and you give your people breath and you give your people life. For it is written, John 10:10, I've come to give you life and life more abundantly. It is written, that you may have life more abundantly, to be correct, Abba. It is written, I have come to give you life that you may have life more abundantly. And that's who Yahweh Shah is. He is the way, the truth, and the life. And no man can come unto the Father but by him. No man. For there was not one man that was able to be the atonement of the sins of people, that they may please the Most High, that they may have everlasting life. For that is salvation, which is given unto the Jews and unto the Gentiles and any who believes on Yahweh Shah. Yet we know that your inheritance of true Yashrael shall have their part, being the head of all things in this earth. For the meek shall inherit the earth, it is written. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. There is none like you, there never will be. There never will be. I don't know why people will try to compare themselves to you. I don't even know why people even fear Satan more than you. I have seen you. I have drawn close to you, and I have seen what you're capable of, and how all things will bow to you. All things will bow the knee to you, because you are the Most High. And and nothing can be hidden from you, for you are the light. For you are the light. You are the light. And when somebody takes their light and shine it in the darkness, they can see what's going on. You have a light that radiates bigger and stronger than the sun or any light. People don't understand that you can take a black light, should I say, or those lights that shine purple, to see things that the naked light eye cannot see. So how great is the radiation of your light that can see things in the spirit realm, that can see things in our mind that are hidden from the naked eye of people and from the even strong lights in this world. But there is no light greater than your light, because your light sees all. Your light sees all, Abba. Your light sees all. And people cannot comprehend it. People cannot comprehend it. There's a lot of things coming into this world that you have shown me, Abba. The Anunnakis, the fallen, the Nephilims, their offsprings, the sons of Satan, they're coming. They're coming. And I remember you showed me in a dream, Abba, where your people were not prepared. I saw that they were working on their desk, and it was sloppy work, Abba, sloppy work. Sloppy work. Their desk was a mess. And in their left edge of the desk, there was a cup of poison that they were being fed. For there are not many, Abba, that are capable to walk this walk in full out faith. And there is many that are not being fed the right food, Abba. They're not being fed the right food. That when they eat, they are strong and filled with spiritual nutrition. They're drinking and eating poison. And it is not a healing and a strength to their souls. We say within the world, we want to eat nutrients, we want to eat the right things so that we have fit bodies, fit minds, clear minds. You know, we can run faster when we eat healthier. We can be stronger when we eat healthier. But if we are not eating the spiritual foods, if we are not eating the right foods spiritually, are we spiritually going to be stronger? Are we spiritually going to be faster? Are we spiritually going to be able to withstand the things that are coming and the things in our normal lives? A lot of us can't even confront a grown human being when they're acting up and out of order. What makes us think that we can confront these fallen if we're not spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally prepared? We have to walk in your spirit. That is a must. And we have to walk in your spirit with the truth and with your word. And understanding what's going on around us every single day. Every single day. Every single day. I have become very concerned. I've become very concerned with the people. I've become very concerned with the people. They still feed, or should I say they are being fed vomit. They're being fed vomit, Abba. They're being fed vomit. They are being fed vomit. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask the audience a question. When you go into a room and the room begins to stench, the first time you go into the room, you will recognize the stench. You will see the stench. You will acknowledge that the room smells and looks gross when you walk into it. Now, two things will happen. You will either stay in the room and put up with the stench, and then the stench will become a part of you, or you will remove yourself from the stench and put yourself in an environment where the atmosphere is fresh and a sweet smelling savor. Why do you go into these churches and you know the first time you walk in the churches, you can smell the stench. You can smell the stench in these churches. You can tell, oh, wait a minute, that don't smell good. You walk in these churches and you know that they have a stench, but you stay in that stench and then you get used to it. You get used to the stench. You get used to the stench that these church people are giving you. You get used to the stench of your own sins. And then you wonder why you cannot recognize or discern what is right, what smells good in your spiritual lives, because you are not aware of the spiritual scent, the spiritual seeing. If you see something dirty, you want to clean it up the first time you see it. But the more you just let it sit there, the more you just sit there in your stench or in these churches that are feeding you vomit, you get used to it. You get used to it. And then it's harder to pull you out. Then it's way harder to pull you out. It is 50 times harder to pull you out when you've been in there longer. Then the first time you go in there, you could have got up and removed yourself. Or somebody could say, no, 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 come on, let's go. We got to get out of here. I don't like the smell of this. I don't like the looks of this. Where are your spiritual senses? Where is your spiritual surrounding? Can you not look at a man and tell, oh, something's off? Something's off. He's not giving human. Nah, something's off. He's not giving what we say godly. Or he's not giving righteousness. His fruits are rotten. Should I say that? His fruits don't smell good. Ask yourself, does your fruit smell good? Does your fruit smell good? If somebody takes a bite out of your fruit, will it taste sweet or will it taste bitter? And if you want to know, look at how they respond to you when you walk in the Word. And look how you respond to them when they're walking in the world. Be able to discern the simple things. Be able to understand the simple things. There are many people with no faith. With no faith. Not even a mustard seed of faith. There are many people with not even a mustard seed of faith. There are many who cannot. There are many who cannot even master self-deliverance. There are many who don't even understand that there are spiritual entities that are moving in their spiritual laws to keep you binded up so that you cannot be able to fight in the spirit. There are warlocks in these churches. There are witches in these churches. There are manipulators in these churches. There are cannibals in this world. There are people that are not people in this world. There are things in this world that crave human flesh. They crave it. They crave human flesh. They crave the blood because the soul is in the blood. Or should I say the blood is in the soul. Abraham spoke about this in the Apocryphas. Abraham made it very known to keep the commandments and to trust in Yahya HaMashiach, the Messiah, what we call Jesus in English. You have received so many warnings and you have an open book test. Think about the men of old. Think about the Old Testament people. They did not have the whole Bible written out to them. They had to let Abba give them the blueprint by listening and paying attention. And then when Abba would speak to them, they would write it down. That's how they started. And then years and years go by, they passed it down to generations. And here we are in the book of Revelation right now. We have a lot of the writings, should I say, because I know that there are some writings that we do not and did not discover. But we have a lot. The Bible is like a receipt. It's like a receipt to set. It's to study. That's why it says study to show yourself approved. See, people want a confirmation. When you read the Bible, you get the confirmation of what you're doing in your life. That's your confirmation. All these people want a confirmation. Abba, I need a dream. Abba, I need you to say yes. I need to hear it. And then you're gonna want another confirmation, then another confirmation, then another confirmation, then another confirmation. When the Bible, when the Word is your confirmation. You could pull up a receipt. You could go on the internet right now and just write in, okay, I did this today, and what was the result of that? What does the Word say about that? Because your life is walking in the Spirit. See, when you encounter a Nephilim, there will be no, I need to pull up my Bible and read the verse and speak against it. No. Is it engrafted in your heart? When you go out there, is it written in your heart? Did you study to show yourself approved? Are you even taking your own life serious when it comes to these things? I'm telling y'all, it's going to be terrifying. for people who are not ready. If you think that you're just gonna say John 3:16 and that's the only thing that's gonna stop these Nephilims, I'm telling you right now, they will smoke you out. They will smoke you out. They'll just say, oh yeah, we know that verse too. Yeah, you ready to see your dad? You ready to go home? You believe in him, right? Come on, let's take you home. That's what they'll say to you. That's what they'll say to you for all the John 3:16 only verses out there. Too much sugar. Not enough spice. Not enough salt. Not enough flavor in your spirits. It's too sweet. It's too soft. There's nothing that you can throw to put pepper in their eyes and make them actually freak out or make their eyes burn. There's no spiritual anointing on many people's lives. Well, how do I get it? Do you not reach your hands out to the Shamayim heavens? Do you not reach your hands out and call upon it? Do you not put the work in spiritually? Some of us have forsaken everything to get closer to the Most High. Everything. Everything. Our jobs, our families, our homes. But why would I do? Abraham did it. But you might not have the faith like Abraham. You might have to move like a Daniel. You might have to move like a disciple. You might have to move like King David. You might have to move like Moses. And let me tell you something about these people. Okay, these people are top advanced people. Okay, these people were kings. These people were priests. These people were hair leaders. So I don't even think it's good to even put ourselves in that position and say, oh, am I moving like King David? No, probably not. A lot of us move like the Israelites in the wilderness, complaining and murmuring and wondering if Abba's going to save us. I'm going to be completely honest with you. And then again, you wonder why God is not pleased. Or should I say the Most High is not pleased. You wonder why our Creator is not pleased. He's trying to prepare His people. And I'm telling you, the people who are preparing now, you're going to be very thankful. You're going to enter the gates with thanksgiving and praise because you're going to be like, oh, wow, yeah, I'm glad I prepared. I'm glad I studied to show myself approved. I'm glad I walked in the Spirit. I'm glad I didn't just read, I walked in it. I wasn't just a hearer, I was a doer. Y'all got to understand that life will tell you if you're a hearer or a doer. Life will tell you if you have the faith or not. Life will test you, okay? Life itself will test to see if you're capable. Because I see people who read all day and don't apply none of this to their lives. You got to apply it to your life. That's the best way I can put it. You got to apply it to your life. You have to apply it to your life. Some of y'all are not honest with yourselves. Do y'all understand that being honest with yourselves is one of the first steps of getting yourself to position to say, okay, I'm honest with myself. That alone, honesty alone is a relief. Being honest in your situation. If you're in a hard moment, tell Abba, I'm in a hard moment. If you lost your job, tell Abba you lost your job. If you were angry at somebody, why don't you tell Abba that you were angry at somebody today? And I need a mote pulled out of my eye first before I can be able to chastise other people. I have so many testimonies. So many testimonies. That will show you guys how Abba moves in my life. And it is no different than people in the Bible. He moves the exact same way. He moves the exact same way. He does not change. We change. We change, either for better or for worse. Every day we're growing. Abba doesn't need to keep growing. He is the Alpha and the Omega. He is complete, and he knows the beginning and the end. We're the ones that grow. We're the ones that need growing, not Abba. Abba is complete. We are not. While we walk this earth, we are not complete. We're complete when we fought the good fight and finished the race. We're complete when we pass the test and enter the gates with thanksgiving and praise. That's when we're complete. Right now, we are not complete. There's some things that Abba is putting us in the refiner's fire, so that when we are pulled out, we're spotless. We come out like gold, diamonds, rubies, onyx, silver, bronze. You don't want to come out like a burnt piece of charcoal or dust, because then they'll look at it and say, well, Amy, it is not worth nothing. It's not worth nothing. It burnt up. There's nothing valuable there. That's what I said. Life will test you. That's why I don't get fazed or bothered when I see a false preacher or a false Christian talk so highly about the word, but in their lifestyles, you can see, yeah, he'll be cooked. He'll be cooked. He'll either get humbled or, he won't last fighting a zombie. He can't even fight a little spider cockroach demon in his sleep. I told you, life will test you. Life will test you. Life will test you. I don't need to test you. Life will test you. I've already observed in your spirit. Testing the spirits, you can see how they respond. You can see how they act. You can see their fruits. Be like, oh yeah, life's gonna get you. Don't worry about it. Yeah, life will take care of that. You should not be fazed or bothered by people who talk about the word but do not do it. That's not where you should be. That's not what should be bothering you. You got to make sure that you in your life are moving upright in the word. When you wake up, and we're all guilty of this, do you seek ye first the kingdom? When you wake up, what's the first thing you do? What's the first thing you do? This is a question every person needs to ask themselves. What's the first thing you do when you wake up? Do you say thank you? Do you start praying? Do you look at your phone? Do you make breakfast? Do you say, I gotta go to work, I'm late? What do you do? What is the first thing you do? Do you seek ye first the kingdom of Yah and his righteousness, and then all these things will be added unto you? Is that the first thing you do? How do you seek the kingdom? Is it not written that the kingdom is within? Go within. Go within. Go within. If your body is the temple and that's what the kingdom is, you go within. You check yourself. You have an inspection with yourself. Just like we want inspections with our car. We have an inspection with our vessel, our bodies, our home. This is our home. What's up in the attic today? What's the attic thinking about today? What's the basement thinking about today? How I want to move. Am I grounded? What am I grounded in? What's my heart? What's my heart like today? Inspection. How do my hands feel? What's going on in my temple? Is there any? Let me look around and see if there's any unclean spirits in my temple that must get out, so that it will not cause me to sin when I'm walking out into this world, especially in the daytime. For we are children of the day, not the night. It is written. Inspection. The first thing you do when you wake up is inspect yourself. You inspect your bodies when you want to go to the club. You inspect your bodies when you want to go on a date with that man or woman. You inspect yourselves real good. You know how to inspect yourselves. But the thing is, you inspect yourself on things you want to do, not the things you should be doing. We tighten up real quick when we're invited to a wedding. We tighten up real quick when we're invited to somewhere where you got to look nice, get a haircut, get your hair done. You know, make sure you're well groomed, put the deodorant on. We know how to do the physical things, but we keep making excuses and not doing it spiritually. And this is why Abba's not pleased. Because he knows you're capable. He knows you're capable. He knows you're not stupid. But he knows what you want to do and what you should be doing. And he knows what you don't want to do. That's part of your rebellion. And this is the conviction of all people. This proves that we are not Mashayah. This proves that we are actually rebellious people and that we don't listen. That's what sin does. That is what every person in this temple has, is a corrupt body. Okay? Paul talks about it. Wretched man that I am, who will deliver me from this corrupt body? Because this body wants you to sin. This body wants to do those things, the worldly things. It doesn't want to do anything spiritual. Hates spiritual things. Hates fasting. It hates fasting. It hates fasting. That's why he says crucify the flesh. Let the flesh know that you're in control. And that Abba is in control of your temple. That's why he says crucify it. Because I'm telling you, the flesh does speak for itself. See, the flesh by nature wants to do what the flesh does. The flesh by nature wants to have sex. The flesh by nature wants to smoke weed. The flesh by nature wants to drink. The flesh by nature wants to eat. The flesh by nature wants to do the things of the flesh, because the flesh knows that when it dies, it's dust. That's it. So it might as well just get everything it can now and die off. But the soul and the spirit, that's a different ball game. That's a different ball game. That's something much more deeper. But the funny thing is, the physical, the natural, and the supernatural do go hand in hand. There is not much, should I say? It's called supernatural because it's basically natural but super. The things you're seeing in the spirit, you can be able to put parables. Okay, you could put parables and see it in the natural, or vice versa, should I say? But you have to have the discernment to do that. If your body's a temple and you have a dream that you're in your house, that's your temple. Am I speaking parables? If we are trees and our fruits are rotten, that's us, and that's the things we carry off into the world. When we carry off anger, that's a fruit. It's a rotten fruit. When we carry off love, that's a good fruit. Which one is nutritious? What kind of nutrition is it feeding you? Again, there are many parables. The reason why Mashayah spoke in parables, because many people were so spiritually dead that they could not understand what Mashayah was saying in heaven. So he had to speak earthly things that people could understand, because people were already walking in the earth doing earthly things. But they had to understand that there was much comparison with the things, the heavenly things and the earthly things. Unless your mind is set above, you will not understand what Mashayah is saying. That's why he spoke in the earth. You have to understand these things. You have to understand these things. I had a dream that I won't say the person's name, but it was a prophet that was talking amongst the people. I think that he was training some people, and the person had a lamp. The prophet had a lamp. Okay, the prophet had a lamp, and said, "You got to learn how to see. There's some beings out here that you're gonna have to hide yourselves from, because if they catch you, they're not gonna be all ask you to leave first, and then no, these are monsters. These are Nephilims. They're gonna want food. They're gonna be hungry. They're not gonna say within themselves, I'll let you pass. No, that's what I saw in the dream. And then the prophet left saying, but get ready, they're coming. You better learn how to hide, you better learn how to fight, you better learn how to do something. But this was a hide and seek dream. This is a hide and seek dream. So again, ask yourselves, do you know how to battle these things? Have you actually prepared yourself for war? Have you prepared yourself for spiritual warfare? Have you prepared yourself for what's coming. Have you prepared? And be honest. You can always be honest. You can always be honest. Sorry, I had to remove some people because I will not tolerate no disrespect. No, you can stay sleeping. You can go back to bed. Okay? You can go back to sleep and stay sleeping. I don't got time for nonsense with stupid people. I really don't. You can go back to bed. Let the midnight watchers be the midnight watchers. How's that? These are and I'm telling you right now, for everybody listening in the chat, these are gonna be the first people to die. The people that are not awake, they're gonna be the first ones to die. And I'm not gonna hold back my words on that. These are gonna be the first people to be eaten. These are gonna be the first people to be removed because they were fools and they did not watch and pray. They did not pay attention to the times they're in. They're fools. They're foolish people. I wouldn't even call them a foolish virgin. These are just straight fools. I told you, people are naturally rebellious by nature. Rebellious by nature. So again, like I said, make sure in the times that Abba wakes you up, okay? Make sure that you're having an inspection check with your soul, with your spirit. Make sure you're preparing yourself for what's coming, because it is going to be it is not a walk in the park. If you don't have grace on your life, if Abba does not have grace in your life, okay, you will not be able to be walking, building these arcs, should I say, while the Nephilim are walking amongst you. Noah was favored and he had grace by the Most High. Therefore, he was able to walk in the midst for 100 years, in the midst of these fallen, evil Nephilim beings. Able to build the ark, telling humanity, hop on before it's too late. If not, okay, stay out there. Stay out there. Ain't no point of arguing. And that's the thing. There's no point of arguing with people. If Abba tells you to do something, you just go straight to doing it. You don't need to argue to prove. You don't need to argue and prove yourself. That's why I don't understand Christians who argue. They try to be so debatable. I want to be right. What do you get out of that? What do you get out of that? You don't need to argue with people that don't want to listen.